Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. It is Friday, May the 17th. From the first reading, Acts of the Apostles. We're in chapter 24 now. So this is capturing when Felix, the governor, was succeeded by Porcius Festus, and then King Agrippa and Bernice come into Caesarea, and Festus basically lays out Paul's case. And this is what I always find interesting, the lack of truth or the duplicity of an individual when he says to Agrippa and Bernice, "Since I was at a loss as how to investigate these questions, I asked whether he wished to go to Jerusalem and be tried there on these charges. But when Paul had appealed to be kept in custody for the decision of the His Imperial Majesty, I ordered him to be held until I could send him to the emperor." Now, Felix is not being honest here, because Felix knew darn well that they wanted to transport him to Jerusalem to kill him on the way. He wasn't oblivious to this, but of course he's not going to indict himself. And that's why Paul had to appeal to the emperor, because he knew he wasn't going to be treated fairly. He was going to lose his life. So, there's many points we can extrapolate from this. Number one, we have to either know the law or, when we're in trouble, find someone who knows the law and use the law in order to protect our rights as human beings. Thankfully, Felix, I should say, there's so many different names. Festus, who's the new one, Festus Felix. Festus actually, thankfully, adhered to Roman law, even though he wasn't exactly the most upright individual. But he did adhere to Roman law, kept Paul in prison, and this would ultimately serve God's purposes, God's honor and glory. So don't hesitate to know your rights and protect your rights. Have your rights protected by, a lawyer if need be. And protect the rights of other people. Protect the rights of women, protect the rights of men, protect the rights of children, and so on and so on. Protect the rights of religion, to be manifested or to be lived out in the public square. These are very, very important things. Okay, over to the gospel. This is the famous incident by the Sea of Tiberias. Our Lord manifests himself, and then he says to Simon 3 times, "Simon of Son, do you love me more than these?" Right? And then a second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And a third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" There's a lot going on here. I've only found this in Bishop Sheen's book, "A Priest is Not His Own." And it's a profound understanding of what's going on. And I don't know Greek, but Sheen knew Greek, and you have to know the Greek here to really kind of get what's going on. I'll translate what I remember years ago, as I've never forgotten it, how Sheen translates what's going on between our Lord and Peter. And I'll use the English words, all right, because there's 3 words for love in Greek, there's only 1 word for love in English. We just use it in different ways, right? I love my dog, I love God, I love my wife, I love my job, I love my car. Hopefully we know what we mean when we say this, the different ways in which we mean it. But in Greek, there's 3 kinds of love. So this is what's going on. Peter, do you love me? Agape, with a complete, total sacrificial love. Peter's saying, no, I love you, philia, with a human love. Second time, Peter, do you agape me with a total sacrificial love? Will you give your life for me? Peter says, Lord, I philia you, I love you with a human love. Now, what's so disappointing to Peter is like his heart is broken, is that Jesus has to come down to his level, because he can't go up to Jesus' level. He wants to, but he can't. He knows better now, right? Because he overpromised and under-delivered the first time. Lord, I'll go to die with you. No, actually, I'll run away because of a servant girl. I'll deny you 3 times. So our Lord comes down to his level. Will you philia me? Will you philia me? Will you love me with the human love? Peter says, Lord, you know everything. You know I love you. Jesus accepts this and will then mentor and lead Peter to the agape love, where one day Peter will offer his life for Christ. Take great heart in this. You and I, we think we overpromise and underdeliver, right? We tell Jesus, I love you, I love you, I love you, and then we don't even get out of bed to pray. Many people won't go to Mass, on Sunday, or go faithfully on Sunday, or go to confession when they need to. We need to prove it by our deeds. But Jesus takes us where we're at. It doesn't mean he condones what we're doing or where we're at, but he takes us where we're at. And as long as we have a good disposition, he will lead us to where he wants us to go. And that's what happened with Peter, and hopefully, God willing, that's what happened with you and with me. God bless you.